Now, when you think about it, there are numerous essential skills and habits you need in order to work well with others. Developing the proper habits early on helps put you on track to things like higher pay and leadership opportunities, if that's your desire. Since more and more companies are making the decision to hire within, these things are more important than ever before. Many of these things will probably seem obvious to you. However, if they were obvious to everyone, they wouldn't even need to be listed. So please note, this isn't a complete list of skills and habits you need to succeed, but it definitely gives you a good place to start. As you can probably see, a lot of these suggestions don't take much more effort than just plain remembering them. There's no reason to panic and think you have to change your entire way of life. Although these things may seem insignificant when you look at them separately, failing to do several of them adds up to a bigger problem. It really can make the difference between keeping a job or getting fired. This is especially true in today's economy. With so many people actively looking for employment, employers generally find it very easy to fill their own positions. So, here are my first 6 essential skills and habits you must have in order to work well with others. First up, take responsibility. It's always important to take responsibility for the things that you do, especially when something goes wrong. No one is perfect. All but a few unrealistic employers realize that. If you make a mistake and claim that it wasn't your fault, not only are you not telling the truth, you're also giving the impression that you weren't in control of the situation. You're better off owning up to it. By taking responsibility, you'll probably notice 2 things. Firstly, your coworkers will likely be more willing to help you correct the problem and help you to succeed. And secondly, these same individuals will be more comfortable around you, knowing that you are honest and will never place the blame on someone else. Second one, keep an open mind. Even in situations where you just know you are 100% correct, it's always advisable to keep an open mind. This is especially true when you happen to be in a managerial position. Why? If you're never open to new or alternate ideas, you may come across to someone who knows it all. When this happens, people typically get defensive very quickly, and it's downhill from there. And soon they're not going to share any ideas with you at all. It's much more productive to show a little bit of humility and some concern about truly finding the right answer for every issue and situation. Because everyone has a different problem-solving process, teamwork really has the potential to resolve issues and come up with even greater ideas much faster. Next one, honor your commitments. Always try to allow enough time to complete projects in a timely manner, even when something unexpected comes up. It's much better to give yourself more time than necessary to finish whatever you're working on, rather than to underestimate the time needed to complete the assignment. This way, you don't have to worry about disappointing your employer or your colleagues, a client, a customer, or whoever. Go the extra mile. Always follow up on things whenever possible. This accomplishes 2 things. 1, it strengthens workplace relationships, and 2, it provides you with important feedback regarding your performance. Now, this one goes without saying, but I have to bring it up because I've worked with people that don't get this, and that is we need to practice proper hygiene. Regardless of whether you're working with the public or in a back office, practicing proper hygiene is essential when you work with others. No one wants to be around someone who smells bad or looks like they slept in their clothing. This doesn't mean you have to dress like the rich and famous. It simply means to shower daily and come to work looking and smelling presentable. Now, that doesn't mean put on the cologne and drown everything else out. That'll drive people crazy too. Now, if you're on a tight budget, consider purchasing clothing at local thrift stores. You can pick up great deals on clothing that's perfectly suitable for work. These stores typically stock a wide variety of business attire at fantastic prices. You must have to be there at the right time, however, which is one of the days that the store gets their deliveries. Here's another one that I don't even know why I have to tell you this, and that is turn your phone off. Almost everyone has a cell phone these days. If you work in a large office, constant ringing can be a major distraction. Unless you need your phone for work purposes, turn it off or put it away. Quickly reading a text message when someone is speaking to you is extremely rude. It gives the impression that your phone is more important than your job. Make a habit of checking your messages or making quick calls during your breaks or at your lunch period. The next one is plain honesty, and that is share credit. When applicable, sharing credit with your coworkers is a sure sign that you work well with others. Not only will that person or individuals like you even more than they did before, you'll probably even gain a higher level of respect as well. Now, on the other hand, if you don't share credit when credit is due, you'll gain a reputation as someone who is selfish and out to sabotage everyone else in an attempt to get ahead. If you happen to get away with this without anyone complaining, don't waste your time celebrating. In reality, the truth usually prevails and you won't get ahead. You may just find yourself in the unemployment line instead. Again, your boss is not as dumb as you think he is.